Thank you very much. The aim of the Danish presidency has been to make as much progress as possible in the enlargement negotiations with Iceland. With the result today of 7 openings and 2 provisional closings on important negotiating chapters, I believe we have succeeded in that. Iceland is on the right track when it comes to the EU accession. But the EU side should not take all the credit for progress in the negotiations. Much of the credit should also be given to Iceland. Iceland has had close relations with the EU for a long period and has strong similarities with a number of EU countries. As such, also due to her EEA and Schengen memberships, Iceland has had another starting point in the negotiations. I would also like today to strongly underline that without the commitment and professionalism of the Icelandic negotiators and people like my good friend Össur, we would not have been able to achieve progress at the pace that we have. Iceland is having a great team negotiating with the EU. Let's not forget that in the last 13 months, we have opened half of the negotiating chapters and have been provisionally closing a third. That is indeed an impressive result and a good base for the next presidency to work on. And the Danish presidency will, of course, in the remaining days, keep on working also on this file, and we'll do everything we can to support the Cypriot presidency taking over after us. We very much hope that we can keep up this pace in the negotiations, even though more challenging issues lie ahead. But I'm confident that we will be able to find solutions. We will stay on the merit-based approach which is central in the negotiations. And there can be no doubt that Iceland will of course have to satisfy to the same criteria as the other candidate countries. That is also the message we have sent to our Icelandic friends and colleagues today. And I understand that Iceland, of course, fully understands and appreciates that. If we see past the challenges that might lie ahead, the important thing to remember is that Iceland is now well on her way to become an EU member state, if the Icelandic people choose that to be the case after the negotiations. And that is a very strong message from the Danish presidency, and we are looking forward to the day where we can welcome Iceland as a member of the European Union. Thank you very much.